Hey, yo, Tut, you ever heard of this new Detroit nigga claiming he got a closet full of J's and shit?
Yeah, man, he got some tight ass jerseys.
Man, he ain't shit. I'm from Detroit.
No, for real though, that nigga got a closet full of J's. I mean, literally, a closet full of J's.
Yes, your boy got J's out the asshole.
What up, though? It's your boy, Detroit Dave. And I'm right back at you with another one. As promised, this is Air Jordan history, the evolution of the box. And this is just another video that I wanted to do to kind of take you guys through the different boxes that Jordan Brand has released. Nike up until 1998, and then Jordan Brand from 1998 to the present. Just the different boxes that they have given us for the sneakers. Now, there are going to be a number of boxes that are not included. I just want to let you know, let you guys know up front. Any type of exclusive boxes like the box that the 3 Lab 5s came in, or the boxes that the Celebration Pack came in, the DMP, any of the packs, and any other boxes that have been released throughout the years that were like special, I'm not going to include those. And I'm not going to do that because those boxes were, for the most part, one-offs, special edition boxes. I'm just going to give you the general release, widely available boxes and how they have evolved over the years. There are a couple of boxes I don't have, and I'll get into that for you. And I just want to let you know up front, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have given. And, you know, I just want to give you guys a little bit more education. Everybody knows by now that I have a pretty nice collection. Everybody knows that I am the king of original Air Jordans. I am the OG king. So, you know, we all know that by now, especially if you've been watching my videos. And if you haven't, please take the time to go back and watch some of my older videos, and just kind of take a look and see what has happened during the last 4 years of my collecting, because I started YouTube in 2010. So go ahead and take a look at what I had then, what I have now, and just kind of my progression, man, and see what I've been doing. But I definitely want to educate the next generation of sneakerheads, being that most of the gentlemen that I associate myself with, and I am in our 30s. So it's a whole new generation coming up. My son will be 14. So I know that it's a lot of teenagers coming up now, and I just want to give you guys the education, man, because if I don't do it, who will? So let's jump right into this video. I do not have an original Air Jordan 1 box. However, I will show you the replica box that they have replicated for the Air Jordan 1. I also do not have an Air Jordan 2 box. The Air Jordan 2 box was another one-off box. They only had it for 1 year. It had a wing on it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple pics of that box in there right now. So as you've seen, that box has the wings on the side. It's a pretty nice looking box. It's very hard to find. I also do not have an original Air Jordan 3 box. So 1, 2, 3 original from 85, 87, and 88 I do not have. But we'll get into the replicated boxes later in the video. So I do have a pair of original 1988 Air Jordan 3s. They are beat to shit. This is going to be the first box that I have as far as the order. This is going to be the 1989 box. As you can see, it's the box for the white, fire red, and black Air Jordan 4, which you see right here, complete with the original hang tag. And this box, I mean, this is a slide top box. Some of the boxes you'll see are Most of the earlier boxes are slide top, and then you also have a couple of flip top boxes as well. But this is a slide top box, and it is replicated with the Air Jordan 4s that have been coming out recently. So you see the Flight on the top. You see the Nike Air branding. You see the color and the size right there. You see the cement print on the bottom. Now let's go ahead and slide that top off. And I just put a little bit of extra protection in here since these sneakers are very old. And you see the infrared paneling on the inside. You see the serial numbers. Actually, I think that's the centimeters, the measurements of the box right there. Now, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And yeah, so you have the top and you have the bottom. So that's what I mean by slide top box. You know, it lifts off. And it also was a lot longer, skinnier back in the day. The ones that they have replicated are actually a lot wider. They're more like the normal shoe size boxes that we see nowadays. And so that box was a 1989 box. Once again, this was another box that was only used for 1 year. The Nike boxes for the Air Jordan 1 was used for 1 year. Or actually 2 years, because they were releasing those for the first couple of years, 85 and 86. In 87, they changed to the Air Jordan 2 box that you saw a few moments ago. Then in 1988, they switched to the Air Jordan 3 box with the elephant print on it. And it looks very, very similar to the box that has been replicated. And I'll get more into that. And then you have the Air Jordan 4 box for 1989. Now, in 1990, when the Air Jordan 5 was released, they switched to a totally different box, and we're about to get into that. The reason why I have the Air Jordan 5, 6, and 7 sitting on top of that box is because this is the first box that they actually kept for a few years. This box, you'll get your original Air Jordan 5s in, your original Air Jordan 6s in, and your original Air Jordan 7s in. So here we have, of course, the original Air Jordan 5, the original Air Jordan 6, and the original Air Jordan 7 Hair, which is actually my favorite sneaker. You just saw the sneaker in my 7 through 10 video that I just put out. And this actually is the box for the Air Jordan 7s. As you can see right there, we have white, light silver, and true red. So this is the official box for my Air Jordan 7 Hairs. And so this box is the latest in the retro boxes that they have replicated. The new Air Jordan 5s and Air Jordan 6s have come in this box. And so you guys are a little bit more used to seeing this box around. But on the top, we have the Air Jordan. We have the Nike Air branding. And this is a flip top box. They decided to stay with the cement print on the bottom. And by flip top, I mean the top does not slide off. It just flips open. And then, of course, you have the original. A lot of people call it paper. It's really not paper. It's actually wax plastic. So I like to call it the inner lining or the plastic lining. Here you have the original lining. And they have also replicated that in the newer retro boxes that they have kind of taken back to give you the old school feel on them. So, once again, you have the measurements on the side. You have the top that flips open, so it stays connected to the box. And this one has a white inner. So there you go. So like I said, this is my original Air Jordan 7 box right here. But the 5s, 6s, and 7s all came in this box. During this time in 92, this is actually when they switched over to the next box that you'll see. So this box they kept for a couple of years. A couple of the Air Jordan 7s came in this box. I believe that the original Raptors came in this box. And obviously the Hairs came in this box. But I'm almost certain that I believe the Bordeaux might have came in this box too. But I'm certain that the Cardinals switched over to this box. So during this time, this was 92. This was 1992. They switched over. Could be the early part of 93. I'm not 100% sure. But late 92, early 93 is when this transition would have happened. So they switched over to this box. Now, this box actually had the Cardinal 7 in it. I know the Cardinal came in it for a fact. So the Cardinal 7, the original Air Jordan 8, as you see, the original playoff 8 right here. The original Air Jordan 9, as you can see the charcoal right here. The original Air Jordan 10, as you can see the nicks right here. And these are for sale. Has a dead stock, basically. These are available if you need originals. And the original Columbia. And I actually believe this is the Columbia box, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this is the original Columbia box. So, this box is when they went back to the slide top. So, this box held, like I said, the Cardinal 7s, the 8s, 9s, 10s, and a couple of the 11s. So as you can see, you have the Air Jordan branding on here that actually looks like the Air Jordan 6 and 7. As you can see right here on the tongue of the 7. You see how the Air Jordan is written with the AIR in the middle. And then you have it the same way on the top. Like I said, this is a slide top. You have the Nike Air branding on the side. And the box slides, like I say, slides right off. Just the average cardboard color on the inside, nothing major. And then here you have the original plastic lining, once again. And this one is thicker. These ones that came in the original boxes are thicker than the ones that come in the current ones. The current ones, you can kind of see through them a little bit. Not 100% transparent, but it's just a little bit thinner. You can kind of feel the texture of the newer plastic lining that they put in the boxes that they've replicated to look like the older ones. This one is kind of like just like almost like a trash bag, just like smooth, thick, you know what I mean? And then, of course, you got my other OG Columbia right there. Now, I think it's important to note that during this time right here, because this was 92, 93, they switched over, and then this box ran through 96. I think it's important to mention that during this time, there was something that had never been done that had actually happened. As we all know, Mike retired in 1993 wearing the playoff 8 after they won the third championship, the three-peat. This was the same year that his father got murdered. I believe it was on Father's Day of 1993. His father got murdered. And it had him contemplating, you know, what his next move in life was. His father was his biggest supporter. And so that's when he retired the first time. Took some time off just to kind of find out where his head was at. And as we all know, he went to go play for the Birmingham Barons, which was the Chicago kind of like minor league team, whatever you want to call it, which is why we have a lot of sneakers coming out now with the Birmingham Barons colorway, like the Birmingham Barons 9s, the Birmingham Barons 1s, and we got some Birmingham Barons 13s coming up in October because their colors were white, black, and light gray, just like the Chicago White Sox. So during this time, he had retired. Now, Nike was putting so much money behind him, they wanted to keep that wave going, but he was no longer a basketball player, so they weren't sure if they could still sell his sneakers. The Air Jordan 9, which came in this box as well, is the only Air Jordan that he never touched court in. The Air Jordan 9 was not on court. I mean, it's a couple others later, but as far as up to this point, the Air Jordan 9, he never wore them on the court. They put out a commemorative box during this time because, like I said, they weren't sure if they could still sell the sneakers. So this is the first ever retro. The first time they ever put out sneakers that had been previously released and were not a current model. So for that, they gave us the Air Jordan 1, the Air Jordan 2, and the Air Jordan 3. And I remember this. All this was happening when I was a freshman in high school. All this was happening in the summer and fall of 94. I wasn't collecting like that back then. I was like 13, 14 years old in 94. Actually, I was 13 years old in 94 because I was born in 81. So I wasn't really buying sneakers like that at that point. So I didn't pick up any of these in high school. But I do remember when they had been retro and when they were coming out. They actually didn't do too well. If you know, as history shows, a lot of these set on shelves. As a matter of fact, I think my Air Jordan 2 retro box actually has a $29.99 sticker on it. Hold on, let me check it out. There it is. Yes, right there. And so you can see where these sneakers were marked down. And this is not the first time. This is the first time, but it's not the only time that happened with retros. Nowadays, retros sell off the map, but it took a while to get that going. So anyway, with this box, what they did was they made it like commemoration. And since they had the biggest sneaker promotion of all time with the Mars Blackman, you see a bunch of pictures from earlier commercials and things like that on the top. You see him in high school in his Laney jersey. You see him winning the championship right there. You see his Air Jordan 1 promotion. And you see all of the sneakers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All the sneakers that had come out to that point on the box. There's also some commemorative paper in here that just tells you a little bit about what he did. You know, just a couple of things that he had did. Almost like the Air Jordan 10 does on the bottom, with telling you, you know, his accomplishments that he had done throughout that time frame. So it was a nice concept, you know. Like I said, commemoration box, commemoration paper. And all of these have the same thing. The Air Jordan 3 has the paper in the bottom. The Air Jordan 1 has it as well. And these are all slide tops. So that happened during this time frame over here, and I just wanted to throw that box in because that box is very special. I love it. It's actually my favorite Air Jordan box as far as what was coming out. So yeah, I love that. I love that box right there. So that was a 1994 box that came with the first ever retro. So moving right along, coming back. Oh, and it's something else I forgot to mention. Let me see. Where are they? I gotta find them real quick for you. Here they are. The cards. Retro cards is not something new. That's not a new thing. When they first released these sneakers, they came with jumbo retro cards, which told you the year that the sneaker came out, a little bit about what Mike did. Like this one has talks about him being banned from the league, and a little quote. So these are the first ever retro cards, the jumbo retro cards, because as you can see, they're a lot bigger than the regular retro card. And I think these jumbo retro cards are awesome. I love them. So that's the 1, that's the 2, and I have the 3 one. I'm not sure exactly where it is right now, but I have the one for the 3 as well. I just got to find it. So yeah, jumbo retro cards. Also, back then when they were still trying to sell, because nowadays they don't have to try to sell. There's no commercials for retros. You find out when they coming out, you go stand in front of the store for them. You don't have to have commercials nowadays. But back when they were trying to sell sneakers, they gave you a little pamphlet that told you the outfits and whatnot that would come with the sneaker, or that you could buy to match them. There's the grape outfit. And then they will offer you to join what was known as the Air Jordan Flight Club, which would give you a calendar. They would send Michael Jordan memorabilia and send you information on when the next sneaker was releasing, which was pretty awesome. So at that point, they were introducing the Flight Club. By the time the Air Jordan 7 came out, the Flight Club was already popping. So you could tell, you could see what you get as a member of the Flight Club right there. So I thought that was pretty cool. So there you go. And these came with the sneakers. And then, like I said, these were the first retro cards ever, the jumbo retro cards. So now we're in 95, 96. So let me put this Air Jordan 2 over here. So you've got the Columbias that came in this box. You've got the Concords that came in this box. When the Bread 11s came out, they switched over to this box, which was straight Nike. No Jordan on there at all. It was just a straight Nike box. And as you'll notice, it also has the same words that are on the inside of the Air Jordan 11 tongue, right on the side of this box. Now this one, the label peeled off, so I just made a label for my Bread 12s. But yeah, once again, back to the flip top. Just a regular cardboard inside. And Bread 12s on deck, of course, as you can see. Of course, they're DS. Once again, this box was only used for a year. The Bread 11s came in there. All of the 12s came in this box. And the next year, when the 13s dropped, now this is when I really started collecting sneakers right here. I mean, I had Columbias when they first came out. Did not have Concords when they originally released. Did not have Breads when they originally released, but I had both of the low tops when they originally released. They called the LEs, Lifestyle Editions. I had both of those. I actually had all the 12s too. I had all the 12s. So actually this box is the one where I really started collecting. But this box, I had so many of these. It was ridiculous. When the 13 came out, this was my senior year. I still remember skipping second hour to go get these sneakers. Because for you young guys that don't know, Jordans actually used to release on Wednesdays and Fridays. But they stopped it because of people like me that will go to the mall and skip school to go get the shoes. So they started putting them out on Saturdays. But the Air Jordan 13 was the first model to come in this box. So now we're at 1998 right here. Just a simple box, all silver. Little Jumpman in the middle. Air Jordan label branding right here. And this is when they switched it. It was no more Nike branding. No more Nike on anything. No more Nike on the box at all. Although there were still sneakers that were dropping with Nike on the shoe. So, and it's just, like I say, just a simple flip top. Slide that boy open. And it also switched over, it started giving you paper. Because obviously this is not wax, so it started giving you paper. So yeah, so Air Jordan 13 highs and the Air Jordan 13 lows came in this box. As you can see, Air Jordan low, black and chutney, 13. And the Air Jordan 14. This is an original Indiglo right here. So the Air Jordan 14 also came in this box as well. This is also when they started the retro idea again. In 1999, came in the same box. They stopped at the 3 in 94. So they picked right back up where they had left off. Retro card got smaller. But they gave us that coveted Nike Air branding. And everybody knows what sneaker that is. I don't even have to tell you. And they also started giving us a retro of the tag. Because as you know, at first, the tag was very thick. Like this. But then they started giving us the thinner tags in 99. So there you go with that. Nike on the sneaker, of course. But still no Nike branding on the box, though. Air Jordan 4 Retro. Just the same old Jumpman branding that they have been giving us. So this was 1999. Like I said, the Air Jordan 13 and 14 came in this box. All the Retro 4s came in this box. In 2000, they switched the box over. Now, you'll see a few And it's actually kind of a collector's item. You'll see a few of the white and fire red Air Jordan 5s that dropped in 2000. They dropped, some people call them 99. It's unfortunate that they call them 99s because they actually dropped in January of 2000. And you'll see some with this box, but that label. So it'll be this black label on this gray box. And it's not a lot of them because they switched the box over, but I guess they just had some boxes left over and they didn't want to waste them. So they switched the and put the new label on the old box. So now we have arrived at 2000. They gave us the Air Jordan 4s in 99. They gave us the Air Jordan 5s in 2000. Nike branding. But no Nike on the box. Just Air Jordan. Air Jordan Retro. As you can see, it's got some writing on the box. And Michael Jordan's face on the box. And once again, it's flip top. We like to call these face boxes. And they're back to the paper. So there you go. Also, the Air Jordan 15, 16, and the Air Jordan 17 low came in that box as well. The Air Jordan 17 highs came in a case, and I have that shoe over there. I just didn't want to pull it out because, like I said, it was one of those special things. So I do have the case, and I'm sure all you guys know about the Air Jordan 17 case. So the Air Jordan 17 was the first sneaker that was $200. The first Jordan that was $200. And it also came in a case, and it also came with a DVD that kind of explained the idea behind the shoe, how they made it and things like that. So I thought it was a pretty cool idea. So, like I said, 2000, the Air Jordan 6 Retro also came in here. As we all know, the Olympic and the coveted black and infrared with Nike Air on the back came in this box as well. So this box took us all the way up to 2004, I want to say, because in 2004, when they were retroing sneakers, it still was in this box. And then at this time, they were retroing a bunch of sneakers by this time. I mean, they had started retroing ones. They retro Air Jordan 2s, but not until 2004, even though the 2004 retro of the Air Jordan 2 still came in this box. They didn't give us any until 2004. They were giving us ones, as you know, Royals, Breads came back out in 01. 11s came back out in 2000, 2001. I have a bunch of those boxes over there. Retro 4s. This pair of 4s right here actually came out during that time frame. So they gave us a bunch of retros in this box. So this was the official. More retros came in this box than originals, because like I said, the original 15 came in that box. It was like 6 of those. The original 16 came in this box, and the 17 lows came in that box. Now, the Air Jordan, at this point, the Air Jordan has had a different box every year. The current Air Jordan is what I'm saying. Like retros, I'm going through the retro boxes right here. The current Air Jordan has had a different box every year. And I don't have all of those boxes. But the Air Jordan 17, like I said, came in a case. The Air Jordan 18 had a box. It was a slide out. So it had like a little drawer in it, and you slid it out. It came with the Air Jordan towel, and it said 18 right in the top of the box. You also had the Air Jordan 19 box that kind of flipped open. It was almost like a transformer. It flipped open from the middle. So you kind of like opened it up, and then it was a little compartment for one shoe on this side and one for that side. So I don't have an Air Jordan 19 box. There's the Air Jordan 20 box. I happen to have one of those, which I think is kind of cool. Let me see. I'll just go ahead and get right into that real quick. Let me move these 11 retro boxes out the way. And the Air Jordan 20 box actually looks like the back of the 20. It also had Velcro on it. Came with a little bag, and the laser etching like is on the Air Jordan 20. So as you can see, The Air Jordan 20 sneaker. And it looks like the Air Jordan 20. Also, during this same year, it was another box that was commemorative of this box right here, and it had the branding Air Jordan from 85 years to 2005. And this is it right here. Looks very similar, silver box. As you can see, 20 Jordan on it, 85 to 2005. And it's just got the, it's actually got the newer label on it, which is the same one that you see on the black and gray boxes from 2006 to 2011. And the first sneaker that came in this box, I believe, was this sneaker. It was the Dub Zero. It was commemoration for all 20 years of sneakers. And they call it the Dub Zero because everybody knows that people call 20s Dubs. And it had a nice little flip out, similar to what you got in the first Spizikes. And this is also the first sneaker that they put out that put multiple sneakers together. And so it's got a couple of little, on this card, it's got a few of the sneakers that it has inspiration from. You got the 6, as you can see, the 6, the 9, the 11, the 12. It's got a couple of different things on there. But you got the Dub Zero. And it's not really about this sneaker, but I'm just showing you what was in there. So yeah, the Air Jordan Dub Zero. So yeah, so you had the 20, the 21 came in a different box. This is the 22 box right here. It's kind of like a pentagon or whatever you want to call it. And then you got the Air Jordan 23 box, which is pretty cool because it's got the detailing that's on the side of the sneaker right in the box. And then this sneaker also came with a DVD as well. I have the matching t-shirt, of course. And then, like I said, that sneaker came with a DVD as well, so I thought that was kind of awesome. And then subsequent years, they stopped numbering them after the 23. So then you got the Air Jordan 2009 all the way up to the current ones. They all have different boxes. They all come in a different box. Just too many boxes to show. But sticking with the retro box, so this box was all of 2005. Every Jordan that I can remember in 2005 came in this box, except of course the Air Jordan 20, which had its own box. Couple retros I got from that time frame, couple of retro 13s and 14s that was dropping that year, all came in that silver box. So then we get to the 2006 box. This is the most recent retro box before the current matte black one that we have. So as you can see, this retro is from 2007, and this is the Fire Red 3 that dropped in 2007. This box stayed true. It's got the silver Jumpman on the top of it, embossed in there. It's got the label, as you can see. It's got Jordan written in some bubbles on the side. And once again, this is a flip top box. They were doing retro cards too. So you got the Air Jordan 3 retro card, as you can see. It's a flip top box. And now you get into the thicker paper that we're used to getting. Then, in 2012, they switched over to this box, which is the current Air Jordan retro box. And it's got the big numbers, the big label on the side. Matte black. Big white Jumpman. And this is a flip top as well. So that is the Air Jordan retro boxes. Now you get into the commemorative boxes that they've been doing for the past couple of years. All these retro boxes, the boxes look exactly like they did when the shoe initially came out. So like I told you, I will get into the one box a little bit later. Here you have an Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. This is the Shadow colorway. And it looks just like the original. Nike Air on the tongue. No Jumpman or anything like that on the back. You've got the Nike registered trademark for the Nike and the swoosh. You've got the little, because in the 80s it said this, like, this was really how the box looked in the 80s. It says 1985 Air Jordan 1. It had the registered trademark of the Nike swoosh and the Nike word on the box. And it was a slide top box as well. There you go. The Air Jordan 2, whenever they retro, they just come in whatever the regular Jordan box is for that time. Like I said, the Air Jordan 2 retro at first in that box. The Air Jordan 2 also retroed again in the face box. And then when they were dropping all those Air Jordan 2s in 2010, it came in that box. All the quarterfinals, the candy packs, the Carolina Blues, all those 2s came in that box. Then you've got the Air Jordan 3 box. And they started to give you the thick hang tag again, but of course now it says Jumpman Air on it. And so this is a dead stock pair of the most recent Fire Red 3 release. And here you've got the slide top box. It's got the new label on it, but it's got the elephant print on the bottom of it, just like the original one had in 1988. Instead of Nike Air branding, you've got Jumpman Air branding, because of course nowadays everything comes with Jumpman Air instead of Nike. We all know that. And it's very similar to the originals. Slide top, infrared inner, and it's got the measurements on it like it used to. And it came with a little Air Jordan 3 little pamphlet that initially came with it in 1988. So it's very similar to the original release. And that's what they're doing with all these retro boxes nowadays. They're trying to make them as close to the originals as they can. Here you've got a pair of green gloves. And just as I showed you before with the earlier box, you got the Flight. But instead of it being very slim like the other one, it's a lot wider. Elephant print on the bottom. This one actually has a little air slot in there for you, which I think is pretty awesome. And like I said, same thing. They're giving us that old plastic lining feel, infrared top, and it really looks like the original box. Then you've got the current Air Jordan retro box that we're getting now for the 5s and the 6s. As I stated before, the 5s, 6s, and 7s all came in this box, so I'm thinking that next year they're going to give us all the 7s in this box as well. Obviously, that's the Air Jordan 5 Bel Air. You got the Jumpman on top. Jumpman Air branding right there. And the small little size tag right there, just like you had it on this box. Very similar. Very similar to the new box. And there you have it. That is the evolution of the Air Jordan box. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it's close to 40 minutes long. I just want to let you know I do appreciate it. Right now we're in September. I may still have a couple of what the LeBrons left. I got to find out what's going on. If you didn't pre-order with me, please continue to pre-order with your boy. You already know, 678-830-6690 for pre-orders. My Instagram is jumping up. It's getting close to 1,200. I appreciate you guys following me there. As always, at DTROYT_DAVE at Detroit Dave on Instagram. This is the OG King, man. I'm just trying to continue to provide you with quality content. I really appreciate you staying with me, checking for me, looking at the evolution of the box. I got a couple more ideas I'm going to hit you with. You know, this is September. This is the 9th month of the year, so you already know that third quarter cops is coming real soon. The third quarter cops is crazy. I don't know if it's as crazy as the second quarter cops, because, boy, them cigars and champagnes, man, ridiculous. Brazil pack, of course, So I don't know if it's gonna be as crazy, but I got a few nice little pickups over these past, you know, couple months. I got them Hirachis right there. I got History of Flight 6. You'll see it. Just watch the video. It's coming at the end of the month. You already know what it is. It's your boy Detroit Dave. Once again, I definitely appreciate it. If you want to purchase or pre-order, just hit me up. I got the Knicks 10s right there. You can get your hands on those. I also got the Alpha 1s. They was in my other video. But I'm going to go ahead, just in case you haven't seen the other video, I'm going to go ahead and pull them out right here. Still dead stock. Alpha 1s, size 10. So holla at your boy, man. I appreciate it. And once again, it's your boy, Detroit Dave. Chutney 13.
It's Dave, bitch, a.k.a. Mr. Get It In. So get your money up and